We all remember these images, shrimp boats stacked on top of each other after Hurricane Ian made landfall here in Southwest Florida. But it wasn't just the shrimp boats. Fish houses and much of the fishing industry was severely damaged. And now 2 years later, people are still waiting on federal aid. I'm Fox 4 meteorologist Andrew Shipley, and a bill recently passed in the House could throw a lifeline to the American fisheries.
Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended. The bill is passed.
The idea behind the Fisheries Act is to streamline the process for fisheries to get emergency aid.
As we saw firsthand in Southwest Florida, time is of the essence once a disaster hits.
But in the past, federal aid only came after a grueling review process that took years, something that Florida Congressman Byron Donald says the Fisheries Act would change.
What the Fisheries Act does, it makes those two review processes run concurrently, and then requires that a response to the property owner happens within 90 days.
Casey Streeter owns Island Fish Market on Matt Lachey. He told me that the bill is a game changer for fishermen, not only in Southwest Florida, but across the country.
I mean, whether you've lost a boat or lost a fish house and really have no lifeline, I mean, what it does for the fishing community is you can't quantify it.
Here in Southwest Florida, fishermen never got federal aid after Ian, despite widespread damage. Streeter says it could happen again after Helene and Milton.
We didn't meet the thresholds of what they require to bring in the aid. And then you're looking right now after Hurricane Helene and Milton, it's going to be the same thing. I mean, our crabbing fisheries and our grouper snapper fisheries were decimated. So we lost a lot of critical infrastructure up and down the west coast of Florida.
Streeter believes that this bill was in place before Ian, things would have ended up differently.
Our fishermen would have received the payments, our infrastructure would have been rebuilt quicker. And it's not just Southwest Florida, this is a national problem from Alaska to the Northeast. I mean, there's maybe 30 fisheries disaster declarations that are pending right now, and they span, maybe 5 or 6 years.
It's something Congressman Donalds is trying to fix.
When a disaster comes through, the number one thing is the resources to help people rebuild. If it takes them 2 years to get the resources just because of bureaucratic foolishness up here in Washington, that's not helping anybody.
The Fisheries Act is still waiting on an up-down vote from the Senate before it can go to the president's desk. Senator Rick Scott urging on X to have his colleagues pass this bill immediately. The current session of Congress closes next Thursday. In studio, meteorologist Andrew Shipley, Fox 4.